4 minutes late. I'll give it to you though.
Yes.
That's the earliest.
I told you, got everything ready.
Straight out of Cancun.
Straight out of my hotel. We're gonna do it. This is nice. We're right by City Hall and the Brooklyn Bridge. There's a police station right here. A few weeks ago, there were a whole bunch of protests. Michael right here, City Bike, construction workers. Hello, thanks for your work. Cut through, go straight ahead. As you can see, I live very close to Chinatown. This is my third home. Ironically, I was born at the hospital I work at now, at New York Downtown Hospital, and my mom used to live down, all right, on Monroe Street, 2 blocks down from here. Hello, how are you? Good, good? All right. New Yorkers are not as mean as people say we are. A lot of friendly people out here. I think this pandemic has changed a lot of people's mindsets and perspective. I think most people are very approachable with everything that's been going on lately. Protests, racism, xenophobia. I think we can come out of this in a much better light. Yeah, we'll park it over there. Chinatown seems to be getting more and more packed every day. More cars, more shops opening up. This is a good sign. Cool, we're gonna park our bike right there. I want to see how I look on camera.
Okay, you look good. Good morning or good afternoon.
Morning for me.
Michael and Jeremy here. We're back in Chinatown. It's a beautiful, hot summer day. It's probably one of the warmest days of the year so
That's
far.
Right. We chose the hottest day of the year to come out, so give us some credit. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like both of our channels. We're gonna put the links up on this video. We're gonna show you some hidden gems, local restaurants. We're also gonna show you some classic spots. I think what's important to note is that Chinatown has many different waves of different Chinese people coming here, settling down, opening up businesses. It first started in the 1850s with a wave of Khoisan immigrants. So those are people coming from southern China, really small region. So they all inhabited California and New York. Actually, our relatives come from that region as well. After that, people from Hong Kong started immigrating here, followed by Taiwan, Northern China, most recently I would say from Fuzhou. Now we see a lot of Szechuan restaurants and different types of Chinese food. So each group that comes here brings their own unique culture. More detail, I like to go deep. The Chinese migrated to the United States in the 1850s. They started in the gold mines. You know, all the Chinese people like gold. They worked the gold mines, agricultural jobs, factory jobs. It sounds like a lot of immigrants that come to the United States and work, right? Jobs that people don't want to do. And they were also instrumental in building the Transcontinental Railroad. This was leading up to the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1882, which lasted for 10 years and then it was reinstated for another 10 years. And at first I would say that a lot of these different Chinese groups segregated themselves within Chinatown. Now you start to see them mixing together and integrating because I think they have to. What people don't realize, China is huge. So many different cultures.
There's about 36 different provinces. Look at this optical store.
Get some glasses. We're on Mott Street.
Well, they took all the glasses out on protests. People would steal them across the street. You have Pell bar, which is we ate there before, Michael. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. You got the 24-hour stewed pho,
yes.
And I got the regular one. Yeah, Jeremy's fancy.
Wow, the streets are, I want to say packed, let's say half packed. So we're heading to a place called Big Ball, Taiwan. It's been around for almost, I don't know. And their specialty is Chinese roast pork, chicken, siulap is what we call it. I know what I'm going to get already, just because.
Cantonese barbecue.
I'm going to get sampo fan. Roast pork, duck, and chicken mixed with rice, okay? That's always my go-to dish. Can't go wrong with it.
These are the restaurants that have all the roast meat in the window. So if you ever see the place with like the ducks in the window and also the roast pork, definitely go there. Everyone likes roasted meat. And as for the ginger scallion gyeongchung sauce.
You teach Mandarin?
I teach Chinese Mandarin.
Oh.
那你可以教我。
他们也有成人班，所以我们当 class too。
Oh yeah， 我们要代表唐人街，所以给外国人看这个。我爸爸是意大利人，我妈妈是香港人，所以我。
哪里学的中文呢
？2年前我去上海学习1年，但是现在我所有的忘了。我妈妈说普通话，但是我长大的時候我不要說中文。
你識講廣東話？你識講？
識聽，有時識聽，不過講得唔好。
佢想嚟學啊，得唔得？冇錯。With the pandemic and there's a racism, he wants to raise awareness to Chinatown and show people that first of all it's not what people think, and second of all just don't do this. You know, it's not.
We also
it's not
helping
fair.
the community.
We are. The Asian American community is helping out. I work at Downtown Hospital, and the people that are donating masks, PPE, were mostly Chinese people.
Yes.
Ironically, right?
So our Chinese Community Center, we donate did. Masks at the Bronx Hospital, like Lincoln Hospital, and also the frontline workers. We also donate masks to NYC police officers, and then we distribute free meals. Live in Chinatown, like now we are doing helping the small business, to reopen.
Yeah.
So we have we have tour box for them to pick up every day. Today is the first day.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's gonna last for 2 weeks. Again, they come here and they pick up their reopened tour box. They have the mask inside, gloves, and they have some signs, posters. There they can open in the restaurant.
Thank you guys so much for doing this for the community. I mean, even though I live in Brooklyn now and he lives on Long Island.
We're part of New York.
Of course, we're New Yorkers.
Yeah.
We're Asian American.
City we work with this country.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief, we are Americans as well.
Yeah.
That's the message we're trying to bring across.
And your shirt is very cute. I like your shirt.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so
Stay
much.
strong and safe.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy. Bye. Very cool. Good conversation. I came here last week with my coworker. It was also a line. There's no way we can avoid it. Well, we're right outside of Big One. There's about 10 people in line right now. Don't know how long we're going to wait.
Hoi.
What did you say? Point?
Hoi. 10.
You don't have to say anything. Just go like this and they'll understand.
Okay. I think in the past everyone would go in the shop, but now due to social distance,
We're trying to...
one person in at a time. Hi, Gum. Okay.
Comes out to what, $8.50 each of them? That's still not bad, right? If you go into Midtown, a bottle of water will cost you $8.50. When you're in Chinatown, you don't need to spend more than $10 for a meal.
You can also buy the meat. You can buy the roast pork, the char siu, the chicken, or the duck by the pound. Probably costs like $8 to $10 a pound. You can get that, bring it home. You can make your own rice. We got sambo flan. What's that? Three
ingredients.
with
rice.
Sometimes they let you choose, or sometimes they just give you what they think. Definitely got to choose the roast pork, the char siu, soy sauce chicken, and then you can either do duck or goose, or the stew.
Very cool.
But they're all good. You can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong with Chinatown. That's what we're trying to prove.
Let me get my money.
Oh, right side. This side, right there, yeah. Okay. So we just picked up sambo flan. They put it in 2 bags, and we're gonna go to the park to eat it.
They had a cool little system. You order, then you go wait outside, and then they call you. That eliminates multiple people waiting in the front.
Right,
Social
right.
distancing in Chinatown.
Very good, very good. Everyone's wearing a mask for the most part. Longer line behind us. Look at that. Very cool. That building over there, that was the Museum of Chinese American. There was a fire in that building several months ago, and that's what's remaining right now. New York City's Chinatown is unique.
Oh, some fun.
As we're waiting for Grandma to walk, I will tell you why New York City's Chinatown is different from...
It's too loud over here.
You want me to scream?
I'm the perfect person to do that.
Oh my
You should
god.
have told us when you saw the cameras.
In this part, we have the Chinese Old Town gamblers over there. Strange, because you would think the police kind of chip in because they're actually gambling money, but they don't bother anyone. My story. I'm from Long Island, West Islip. It's literally called White Islip. It's me and my brother who were the only Chinese people. So there was battle within myself of my culture. Who am I? Because when I went to China, I wasn't really Chinese. They're like, why is your daughter so dark? After I graduated college, I was like, what am I gonna do? I applied to about 5 corporate architecture firms. I got all accepted. I just had to choose from there on. But it was so easy, and I was just like, okay, let's just restart. Let's rethink this. What do I actually want to do? And because I just had this impressive cultural thing that wasn't really my own, right? It was my outside world. I actually went to Shanghai, Taiwan by myself for the first time without my parents.
We both did something similar, but carry on.
Really? Growing up, Shanghainese was always spoken around the house. And you know, if you ever go to Shanghai...
您是上海你？上海你弄好。谁啊？ Okay, continue.
So your parents are both Chinese, right?
My dad's Taiwanese. Went there, I picked up the language. I went to Fudan University, got accepted.
Number 1.
got my proficiency in Chinese. Also, my whole family has a huge presence at Fudan University, but I come from a Chinese family. They kind of held money over me. Like, you have to do what I say. I was supposed to be a lawyer. I mean, I'm an architect now. You know what I mean? So I completely went the artistic route. No one agreed. It felt good getting into the school that my family had huge recognition in. My grandfather built a business school there. It was the first one to team up with MIT back in the 80s and created a joint school from Fudan University to MIT. So once the deans found out I was in that school, they're like, oh my god, why didn't you tell us? We have to call your grandma, whatever. I'm like, grandma already knows I'm here. I really familiarized myself with my roots, spoke the language, understood why Chinese people actually wore their backpacks like this. You know, they call them xiaotao, little thieves.
Pickpockets, yeah.
Exactly. So I got that. Now I think differently. Maybe I was once racist against my own, but after going to China and all this, it was like, okay. I came back to Brooklyn and I was like, I gotta move to Chinatown.
You mentioned that you were racist against your own. Tell us a little about that. It's a sensitive topic to a lot of people, but it's something
I
to be
think
addressed.
this time, thank God you guys are doing this, because I was telling me and my friends, American-born Chinese, seriously, we don't fit in here, we don't fit in back in China. So where do we fit in? And this is our time to speak up, right?
Absolutely.
There's this middle gray area that's not spoken about. No one really bothers us, I feel like. Especially now with Black culture coming alive and everyone speaking up, I feel like this is the perfect time to speak up if you're in the ABC too, because yes, the blacks were enslaved by a white man. That was so wrong, they beat. But the Chinese were also enslaved by the white man, except the white man paid the Chinese guy to enslave the Chinese. So the Chinese enslaved their own, pretty much. It's been happening.
Do you think that's why white is superior? Like,
Yeah.
because we are more...
Well, I don't think that. That's the way the culture...
Culture, right? Like
And-
most people, even our parents are
Yeah.
guilty of that. We are more agreeable or easy to work with, right?
Yeah.
Style, I think.
Culture isn't maybe so you're Chinese, you're French, you're Portuguese. That's not really the culture I'm talking about. The culture I'm talking about is the culture created by the techniques that people formulated in this area. So not so much about race, our generation, right? We're shifting culture every day. Where are we, right? ABC. That is a culture in itself. American-born Chinese. It's a new term. It actually is a term that the Chinese made to outcast us. You know what I mean?
Some people realize that we are a mix of American and Chinese culture.
And they love it nowadays. They used to call me soy sauce in China. But I thought it was
Because
cute.
you were dark, right?
Yeah, I thought it was
I see.
cute. Yeah.
Now you're more comfortable with who you are as a person.
Oh yeah. That's why I want to move back here. I want to speak more Chinese. I love it because when I lived here, I went to my bok choy lady every single week. She would always give me a pound of bok choy. The laundromat I went to is over here. And these ladies, they don't leave, you know? So like every time I go, I make sure I go to the bakery, get them something. And it's like I learned in China pretty much business. But I learned that doing favors for people and creating this family is just so important, and you have a team, and that's how you make that, and that's how you make people rely and trust. I think as a kid I just didn't understand. I just wanted to fit in.
And every one of us are guilty of that to some extent. I mean, even me myself, like sometimes I purposely wouldn't speak Chinese. Like
In the house?
Or not in the house. Sometimes my Asian American friends would speak Cantonese to like, why? Like speak English, right? Like,
Oh, right.
yeah, it's like that.
Did you guys have to go to Chinese school?
No, I'm from Long Island. I was the whitest person there is.
You were spared.
Where are you
I
from?
went. So I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up in Brooklyn. Bensonhurst, a lot more quiet. You don't have like the busy businesses and food stands.
Where are you from? Oh, okay. Bensonhurst? No.
People, once they get enough money to buy a house, they'll move into Bensonhurst. That seems to be the trend. We could have been eating with beautiful women, but we choose to sit here and eat with Ochi, Chinese. There's a crazy guy up there on the I like it. This is as real as it gets. So we're sitting here at Columbus Park on one of these benches where people are out here playing Chinese checkers, elderly Chinese people just hanging out. This is the best way to really appreciate the people of this community. Just ordered a rice dish from Big Wong restaurant down the block, as you can see here. There's a roast pork, duck, and chicken with rice and scallion. The scallion, gyeongchong, right? And there's also an egg. Me and Michael got the same thing.
Here, mask off. This is an economy meal right here. It's heavy.
So if you listen to what these elderly Chinese men are saying, they're talking like the history, and it seems that they're very upset or angry about something. I'll listen to it more later.
In the meantime, this food is really good. It's a hot day in New York. Eating with the locals, the old aunties and uncles, this is how you do it.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
The chaseo is very tender, very fresh. They just made this today, you could tell. It wasn't sitting around for like 2 days. It's fresh.
So that guy behind Michael just said something about the Wuhan virus, like someone was calling it the Wuhan virus. Everyone's a little frustrated about what's going on right now. You can see Columbus Park, very interesting mix of people, very diverse group of people that are here at this moment.
Majority are going to be the older generation of Chinese people, but we also have some what looks like Hispanic and African American people as well. Younger people like us sitting here with everyone. So it's really cool to see that actually. And they're enjoying some Chinese food just like us, so we're all doing the same thing.